In the last few hours, there's been some more leaks on the brand new GoPro Hero 13. And in this video, we're going to cover everything that we know about the specs and new lenses and new accessories that are going to appear on this year's version of the GoPro Hero. Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is Adventure Tim, and on this channel we cover GoPros, action cameras, mounts, accessories, all that exciting stuff. And that's the kind of thing that you're into, if that's your bag, hey, why not become a subscriber? Okay, in the last few hours, as I mentioned earlier, new images have appeared of the new exciting GoPro Hero 13 on the X account of Quanjo_news. He's a guy who leaked some photos a few weeks ago as well about the upcoming camera. And these first pictures confirm some of the stuff that we actually have already known about the camera. For example, the new form factor, the fact there's going to be two cameras, but one of the really big things that's just been released is a brand new battery for the new GoPro Hero 13. The brand new battery is going to contain 1900 mAh or milliamp hours of battery, which is bigger than the current GoPro batteries, which currently have 720 mAh. So that means that the new GoPro 13 is going to have longer record times. And the word is that with the new battery, you're going to be able to get more than 3 hours of recording time at 1080p at 30 frames per second, but if you're shooting in 4K at 30 frames per second or 5.3K at 30 frames per second, you get an extra 1.5 hours of battery life. There's also images have appeared too of a new charging box for the new bigger GoPro Hero 13 battery too. The only kind of downside is that all those awesome Enduro batteries that you might have brought over the last couple of years, or even the previous GoPro Hero batteries with a blue cap, well, they're not going to work in the new camera, which kind of sucks a little bit. No further word right now whether this new battery is going to have the same kind of qualities of the Enduro battery, which of course was able to be used down to like lower temperature levels than the previous rather rubbish blue cap ones, but we'll keep you posted if we hear any more further updates on the new upcoming GoPro Hero 13 battery. All right, so next up we're going to talk about lenses. These are a couple of the other images that have been leaked overnight. First of all, there's a shot here of the ultra wide lens that we knew was kind of coming with a 177-degree field of view. It's kind of the same as the old the Lens Mod 2.0 that was on the Hero 12. There's also another better shot of the macro lens as well. Apparently with the macro lens, what's really exciting is it actually has manual focus on it. So you can actually zoom into your object or your subject up to 4 times closer than you could before with the GoPro, which is a pretty cool feature. The one that's got a lot of people excited is the addition this year of an anamorphic lens. And an anamorphic lens offers you a wider field of view, which means you can have like more immersive footage. If you think back to some of those old classic films where the shot was like all kind of slightly stretched out, but it really kind of brought you into the vision and into what the filmmaker was trying to make. Well, that's what an anamorphic lens does. It actually captures more data than like a normal spherical lens, but then when it's kind of stretched out, it really kind of gives it a slightly like a different kind of effect. If you kind of think too, it's often used for what's called like it creates what's called a bokeh effect, which is where you might have like the subject or the object that you're filming like right in focus and the area all around kind of like blurred out, and it looks very cool. All right, so another image that's been released is of these ND filters. ND stands for neutral density filter, and what it does, it actually reduces the amount of light which is coming into your camera. You can kind of think of it as like sunglasses for your GoPro. So why would you use an ND filter? Well, you would use it to reduce contrast. You can soften the look of what you're filming, and it can help to avoid overexposure. This is super handy, say if you're filming in a location where it's really bright and sunny, like maybe for example you might be out by the ocean, or you might be in the slopes skiing or snowboarding, and you want to kind of cut back on the amount of light coming into your camera. Now there's going to be 4 types of ND filters which are going to be released with the Hero 13, numbers 4, 8, 16 and 32. And the way how an ND filter works is that each increment of the ND filter actually halves the amount of light coming into the camera of the previous one. So for example, an ND8 will let in half the amount of light of an ND4. So that's a really exciting development about the new GoPro. All right, so this next shot here actually shows what appears to be the outside of the new Creator Edition of the Hero 13. We can also see from this other image here what's going to be inside the Hero 13 with this Creator Edition. So you're going to get the Media Mod, you're going to get the GoPro Volta, which is pretty handy. We've got some magnetic mounts too, which is what we kind of found out about a few weeks ago. There's also a couple of screws there. There's a little mini Zeus light, which comes in super handy. I'm actually using one right now. And of course, there's going to be the new longer battery that, as we said, is going to have 1900 mAh, which is much bigger than the previous one. A couple of other things to note here from looking at the back of the case. We can see it's going to have the same resolutions as what we had on the Hero 12 and the Hero 11. So for example, the maximum you'll be able to get 5.3 is 60 frames per second, and for 4K you'll be able to have up to 120 frames per second. It does also say how the camera is going to be waterproof down to 33 feet or 10 meters, which is the same as the last couple of GoPros, and we're going to have a new version of Hypersmooth 6.0 and Time Warp 3.0. Those two features are obviously two of the most awesome things that are on a GoPro Hero, and of course GoPro has been a bit of a leader when it comes to that kind of stabilization. It also mentions enhanced audio. Not quite sure what that is. GoPro currently picks up pretty good quality sound compared to some other action cameras out there, so I'm interested to see what that's all about when the camera is released. And something interesting here, if we look very closely, it seems like it's talking about having 13 times slow-mo, which sounds pretty extraordinary. Currently, you can do up to 8 times slow-mo with the GoPro Hero 12, which looks pretty fantastic, and that's at 1080p. But I'm not really quite sure when you would actually need to use something at 13 times slow-mo. But yeah, it does sound like a pretty cool feature, and sounds like something that might be kind of fun to play around with. All right, another interesting thing which is listed here on the back of the Creator Edition box is HLG HDR. Now, HLG stands for Hybrid Log Gamma, and HDR stands for High Dynamic Range. And High Dynamic Range is something which a GoPro put on the Hero 12. It actually gives you like a greater range of colors and hues and shades that you'd see in your footage. This version of HDR is more used in broadcast and streaming situations. It was created by Britain's BBC in conjunction with Japan's NHK networks and TV networks. And what it is basically, it's a single signal that is sent out by these broadcasters instead of like to televisions basically, or receivers. So instead of sending out like one different signal for HDR TVs and one for SDR or standard definition TVs, it's just the one signal. So what it does is it means it uses less data and it's less expensive for these TV companies. How does it impact you with your new GoPro Hero 13 if you're going to buy it? Well, it's supposed to like speed up the post-production part of using a GoPro. It comes under what they call an instant HDR workflow. So it's supposed to speed up the process of doing your work in post-production. It means that you can actually play back your footage straight away on TV. Normally with the regular HDR, it'd have to kind of go through some kind of converters, but this is supposed to be like better for like broadcasting straight to TV. So we're going to see how this one really kind of works with a GoPro. Is it going to be a big game changer? Is it going to be something that people are really going to make really notice a lot? I'm not really quite so sure with that, but if you do upload stuff to YouTube, you might notice that sometimes when you upload a video, it'll upload a standard definition version first and then a high definition version first. So it can take a little bit longer in that process. So maybe with this HLG HDR, that whole process of uploading to YouTube or to an online service like that might be a little bit quicker. The new GoPro Hero 13 is due to be released in mid-September, which is only a matter of weeks away. And I don't know about you, but I'm already counting down the days. It's like my early version of Christmas. But what do you think about the stuff that you've found out in today's video? Does it sort of encourage you more towards buying like the new GoPro Hero 13, or maybe you might want to hold out for what else is going to be happening in the action camera market? DJI was due to release their brand new Osmo Action 5 this week, and it kind of sounds like with these leaks, GoPro has kind of almost stolen their thunder a little bit. But hey, I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts and opinions and what you think about what's going to be on the upcoming GoPro Hero 13. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about action cameras like GoPros and mounts and accessories, then what you want to do is click on this video over here next. As usual, thank you for your company. I really appreciate your time today, and I will see you in the next video.